Well, can you believe there is yet something else as a DoorDash dasher that just broke that is, yes, directly related to your pay, and it's related to the newer shopping type. We've had that for a couple of years now, but this is being directly tied to the famous, words that we're hearing basically from both companies, DoorDash and Uber Eats now, high-paying offers. So this just came across my Dasher app. Let me know down below in the comments or the live chat if you're watching live. Do you have DoorDash Pro Shopper status? I'm going to show you what's involved, the perks, ultimately, maybe an initial verdict of if you should go for this. Let's dive into it. DoorDash Pro Shopper. So as I told you to start, these are related to your shopping tasks. So do you want to do shop and deliver? Let me ask you. You should have, maybe you don't. If you don't, let me know. You should have Dasher preferences. So under preferences, you can turn off the toggle for shop and deliver and other offer types. If you don't want to do cash on delivery, if you don't want to do alcohol and others, you just turn off the toggle. But shop and deliver, maybe you like it. You can let me know if you like shop and deliver. I personally have the toggle off. But if it makes you a good amount of money and you can do the shops in a decent amount of time, then you might want to look into this, especially because you can earn more money. So what is it? I just saw this. Now, a couple of months ago, we saw this shopping tag. Go into your ratings tab right now. Let me know if you have this. We had the overall ratings tab. And there at the top, you'll see this shopping tag. Again, a couple of months ago, we saw that. And what did that signal to me, at least? By the way, if this is the first time, I always assume, right? If this is the first time you and I are meeting, my name's Mike. I'm coming to you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles. I was sitting around 2015, not making any money. So I started with rideshare, delivery, and I've done most every single major gig app, niche, and platform. So this signaled to me, hey, if DoorDash is going to have a dedicated shopping tab, this is something that they're going to continue to lean into. And this has been. This is something that the company's been emphasizing. The same with Uber Eats shopping, new verticals at large for the past couple of years. Both companies have emphasized this. Now, this is what's new. I saw that right below it. So it says now. So if you have the shopping tab, let us know. I'm seeing your live chat right now. You definitely want to join these lives so we can interact in real time. Click that notification bell to be notified when I go live and or post content. Again, click that notification bell down below. So this said, I just noticed this today, boost ratings to Pro Shopper and be the first in line for high-paying shopping offers that pay up to 30% more. There's a lot in that, one sentence? One sentence. There's a lot in there. Let me break it down for you. Number one, I told you DoorDash is going to continue to emphasize new verticals. That's shopping, convenience, alcohol, and retail. And I'm anticipating some other stuff's coming in 2025. So make sure to subscribe. If you're getting value in this video, please drop a like on this video. It really does help. Can we get over 20% of viewers dropping a like on this video? Appreciate it. Look, boost ratings to Pro Shopper. And number one, be first in line for high paying, not just orders, but high paying. Obviously, specifically, we're talking about shopping orders, shopping offers. Okay. Now they say first in line. Obviously, that just means the other phrase that we've heard since mid-2023, priority. So you'll have priority, first in line. I don't know if I love that verbiage because literally some dashers are going to think, well, I'm number one. I'm first in line. And you can only have one first in line. It's impossible. So don't be surprised if they change that verbiage. You'll have priority to specifically high-paying shopping offers. Again, obviously we're dealing with shopping offers. So the benefit is going to be just for shopping offers. That's number 2. Number 3, these high paying offers will pay up to 30% more. First part of that, obviously there is the up to. So it's not guaranteed to be 30% more all the time. But high paying offers for shopping will be up to 30% more. Why does that matter? Because on the initial Dasher rewards, which is on the regular, offers, not shopping necessarily, it would vary based on market, but general, let's say restaurant deliveries, high paying offers, when it first came out, as defined by DoorDash, was $2+ a mile. They changed that a couple of weeks after. Now high paying offers are simply just that, like the highest paying offers in the market based on the offer card of base pay, any promotional pay and tips. That standard offer card that you get. Now here's the link here. Pay attention to this. The difference here is it'll pay. They give us a number up to 30%. We don't have a number on standard Dasher rewards offers. They just say you get priority. So we have a number. They'll pay up to 30% more. That matters because on shopping offers, you're not necessarily going to be as concerned with pay per mile. I teach you the dollars to mile ratio. How much am I getting paid per mile driven? Now, it still matters. I still want you to pay attention to the dollars to mile ratio on shopping runs, but I'll assume it's a good payout. I want you to get at least $1.75 paid up per mile. But the time though, because you're going to be shopping, right? The time. So if it's going to flat out pay 30+%, well, not plus, up to 30% more, then I want to consider the time involved. Let's move on. Now, if you click on that, because if you go here, it says learn more. See that? I thought that was going to take me to a support page. Now, this just launched. Initially, Dashers were learning about this maybe a month or so ago, but I don't think that was in a lot of marketplaces. I just saw it. And when you click on that, it does not take you to a support page. It says this. So there's a lot of info in this. Pay attention to this. Becoming a pro shopper helps you get high-paying shopping offers. Then it says, hit and maintain all 6 rating targets sets for pro shoppers, and you'll secure a spot in front of the line for high-paying shopping offers as soon as they become available. Compared to other shopping offers, these can pay up to 30% more. So they pay 30% more than specifically shopping offers. And here it says you'll secure a spot in front of the line. You're not going to be number 1. Again, it's a little gray there, but you get the point. You'll get priority for higher paying shopping offers. Now, what do you have to do? Okay, you have to satisfy all 6 of these right here. All 6 of these, let's take a look at these because I'm going to go in order. And this is from my profile. I don't do a lot of shopping offers. I don't like shop and deliver. Doesn't matter. You might like them. I'm just giving you my stance here. Okay, this is just one resource for you. 2 of them that I'm below standard. So let's take a look here. Number 1, last 40 orders, original items found. And this says I have an 81%. Pro level I need to reach is 90%. You found 140 out of 173 original items, which is below the average rate for shoppers. Always try to go the extra mile to find items from the customer's shopping list. Now, think of each and every one of these. Here's how you're going to decide if this is worth it for you. All of this sacrifices something. All of this. Each of these 6 criteria, it's going to cost you something. So example number 1, original items found. If you can't find an original item, out of stock, don't know where it is, even if you ask, they don't have it. Or maybe you don't ask, right? I didn't see it. They must not have any. Maybe they had it in the back. You could have asked, right? So that's going to take you what? Maybe more time to search Don't give up. You got to keep searching. Where is this thing? Flag someone down. I've done this. I've asked like store managers, like, where is this thing? It's all going to cost what? Time. It's going to cost time. Even if you know that grocery store, you'll become better and better. I understand that. But if you don't know the grocery store, or if you don't know where this obscure product you've never heard of is, it's all going to take time. So I'm a little low on that. Let's move on. Total items found. I'm just a little low on this. Let's take a look. 95%. I'm only down 3% for the pro level that I need to unlock. You've picked 164 out of 173 total items, which is below the average rate for shoppers. Total items includes all original items and substitutions. Always try to find a customer's original requested item, right? Or an approved acceptable substitution. So here it's saying like, okay, well, the customer's order is 20 items. They want 20 items. 18 of those are in stock. Okay, so you found 18 original items, let's call it. But there's still 2 other items. So you need to work on substitutions. It's either going to be A, pre-populated from the customer. They say, well, I wanted Heinz ketchup, but I guess I'm going to go Hunt's, right? That's like, you can't say that in Pittsburgh, right? Home of Heinz, give me the Hunt's, whatever. Give me the great value or whatever. So if you get the substitution, now you've had item 19 out of 20. And then the last item, it's whatever it is. I don't know. Oranges, just give me clementines. Sweet, substituted. 20 out of 20 items. Now you have all items, well, the total items found. So that would help you with this metric right here. Moving on. Substitution issues. Now here I'm good. Let's take a look here. Substitution issues, 0.99%. Pro stay under 1%. I mean, I'm pretty close there. I'm 0.1% away, 0.01% away. Customers were unhappy with only 2 substitutions you've picked. Always make sure customers are happy with their substitution choices. Now, this one's tricky. If you are doing shop and deliver, when might you think this is an issue? Substitution issues. 2 customers, well, I should say customers were unhappy with only 2 substitutions. So maybe it was the same customer. Maybe I did substitutions for 2 items. They didn't like it. How do you fix this? Communication. So I remember a shop and deliver. I did a Giant Eagle. It's a local grocery store. And I was in the bakery section for 20 minutes. I delivered. And there's another thing, taking more time. I told you, I was looking for a birthday cake. They have a ton of different birthday cakes. They didn't have the one that they wanted. So I sent them pictures as instructed of the shelves. I communicated. They said, well, how big is this one? Do they have any chocolate? I said, well, they have a chocolate sour cream. I know, weird sounding, right? They have a chocolate sour cream. Do you want this? Well, just get a cheesecake. Okay. And I had to go get the cheesecake, right? It all takes time, but at least they're happy with the substitution. The less you communicate, the higher the chance that they're going to be unhappy with the substitution. Now, when you make a substitution on DoorDash shopping, it goes to the customer. So we can discuss that as well. Like, well, they have to approve substitutions, right? They do. They have to approve substitutions. So how could they be unhappy with it? Like, couldn't they just deny the substitution? Now, sometimes I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or the live chat, then you can just complete the checkout anyway, like while it waits on the customer. It'll say, okay, well, the customer's recommended substitution wasn't available. Make a substitution in your best, estimate, like whatever you think is a good substitution, you can use that. There, they might be unhappy with substitution. Let's move on. Items with quality issues. Now, this one, you should have basically a 0 of what I have here as well. Now this says on the last four, these are all on the last 40 orders, which is interesting. Because DoorDash is like things like acceptance rate are your last 100. Items with quality issues. Pros stay under 1%. I'm at 0. Congrats. You've received 0 customer quality reports. Pros, triple check if items are expired, damaged, or moldy. When would you ever have a quality control issue? This is time-based again, but this could be trying to rush and move too quickly. Now, I will say 99% of the time, a grocery store is going to self-audit stuff anyway. Big grocery stores, Whole Foods, Target, Walmart, and others, they have a very sophisticated self-auditing system. And a lot of the products just get sold out before even having a chance to expire. There's a lot of inventory churn, right? But they have great point of sales and inventory systems where they'll know if something needs to be pulled, especially produce and stuff. They have systems in place. But if you have a smaller grocery store, then maybe you find the off product that is expired. I think that's pretty rare. But what's less rare is produce. I've even been to our local Whole Foods, and if they want organic, here's a little hack for you. Organic just turns quite quickly. Possibly, I'm not super versed, right? But possibly for, less preservatives, what have you. I'm not sure, but organic seems to turn faster. So it looks okay, but you do really have to check organic produce. If it's like those little pints of raspberries turning over, look for any issues there. So anything that's expired, damaged, or moldy. Like, don't get the half gallon of milk where the top's been jammed in and it's damaged. If you've already made it to the register, I think that's kind of on you. You got to go back and get something that's not damaged. Otherwise, you might risk the account there. And lastly, I believe, items that were wrong or missing. Now this one, pros stay below 1%. I'm sitting at 0%. Wonderful. Congrats, you haven't picked any wrong or missing items. Make sure you don't leave anything behind and that everything matches what the customer ordered. Now, this is kind of tricky to even mess up because if you scan something on a shop and deliver on DoorDash, it'll say barcodes don't match. And I've had things where let's go back to our ketchup, right? Heinz ketchup. And you scan it and it's the right ketchup, but that's like the little 8 ounce and they wanted the 12 ounce. So it's the exact same right one, but the wrong size. And it won't even let you scan it. It says barcode's incorrect. Now, I've had it where if you scan it and it's like I'm holding the 8 ounce Heinz ketchup, whatever they wanted, original, like this is definitely it. Sometimes like barcodes are updated and it just doesn't match in DoorDash's system for whatever reason. You can click on, have correct products, and then it'll let you move on there. But here's my summary for you. Okay. Let me go back to the screen of our initial announcement here. If you can, drop a like on this video for me to bring this info to you first, this new pro shopper status. Here's what I would think for you. Should you go for it? Is it worth it? And the promise is, I don't know if we can call it a promise, but whatever. The benefit is if you hit all 6 of these criteria, original items found, total items found, substitution issues, items with quality issues, items with wrong or missing items, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know why lifetime shopping orders is in there. They might have a minimum shopping count, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it says you need all 6. Okay, whatever. But the point is, that's a lot of quality control things. That's a good amount of quality control things to hit here. Now, it can be mitigated by, again, checking the right items, communicating with the customers. Is basically doing best practices of shop and deliver and just taking it to the next level of customer service. Don't assume every substitution is okay. Don't assume they don't want a substitution and just say like, because if nothing's found, if there's no substitution, it'll say no available substitution or no appropriate substitution. And you can just click item unavailable or out of stock or whatever it says, and you can move on. So next is all of that following like the best practices and being the best shopper, literally like pro shopper on DoorDash. Is it worth the promise of higher paying offers that pay up to 30%? I'll say this. I'm a little more bullish or positive about maximizing shop and deliver. Why do I say that? Because number one, there's no acceptance rate. Look, there's no acceptance rate. That's huge. It's all operational. So, okay, items found, right? Getting all the items, substitution. There's no acceptance rating. It's not like Dasher rewards. It's not like, well, you got to accept 80, 90% of shop and deliver. So forget that. You can still cherry pick on shop and deliver. It's just when you take shop and deliver, you need to have even more quality. Like literally, you need to be a pro shopper. You need to have better quality. And if you have better quality, then you might get higher paying offers that are 30% more. So should you go for it? I think as long as we can still cherry pick here, as long as we can just decline shop and deliver that we don't want, as long as obviously you like shop and deliver, I think high paying, low item count shops, that's kind of been my strategy. Again, I don't love shop and deliver. I choose to turn it off. Sometimes maybe I'll turn it on, but my strategy was obviously like less items, less time in the store, less potential problems, but trying to get higher margin, just cherry picking there. But if shop and deliver is your thing, because I know some Dashers, they like shop and deliver. I kind of prefer to be in a store and do my thing at my pace versus, a restaurant. There's people running all over the place. It might not be ready. I'm carrying all this food and stuff. This might be a good thing for you. Okay, negatives. Because I try to give you a neutral stance here. Good time to subscribe. If you are subscribed, thank you. And I see you in the live chat. I like to get the info to our folks first. So stay tuned after the live, and I'll make sure to answer your questions. And I appreciate Jose as well, sending that super sticker, watching live. Cons. Okay. This, going for pro status, this might cause you to add anywhere from 5 to 12, maybe worst case, 15% more time on a shop. So the reason I say that is because you're trying to do everything right. You're taking more time to communicate any substitutions. If you don't hear back, you're like, well, let me call them. Let me call them again. Let me text. I need to make sure they're happy with this substitution. So you might add, let's say it's a 15-minute shop. It might take you 20 minutes, 22 minutes, a little bit more there. Well, I guess 15 minutes, so 3 minutes would be 20% extra if I'm calculating that correctly. So 18-minute shop, but you get the point. It might take more time because you're really looking at the details. But exactly like Dasher Rewards, I told you on Dasher Rewards, where it is acceptance rate based, this is not acceptance rate based, at least at the time of filming this here. Then I can cherry pick. I can just choose the highest margin offers all day. And then I don't have to worry. I do not have to worry about the margin because I've already chose the margin that makes the best sense for me, right? So the only thing I have to worry about is what? Operations. It's all I have to worry about at the shop. All I have to worry about is finding all the items I can, substitutions, and that is it. I've already gotten the margin. And what's something else? Something else to consider, grocery customers, I feel like tip more than food delivery. I feel like you're going to get the most tips possibly. It says anecdotal, we're a team. That's the premise of the channel. I'm just one person in one marketplace. But grocery customers might tip the most. And then rideshare, food delivery. Rideshare is pretty good as well, for tips. But I feel like grocery customers, they know I'm going to be in the store. I'm shopping for 45 items, 36 packs of water, 14 yogurts. I got a big family. I love yogurt, whatever. And I'm getting all the bags and checkout. Target during the holidays. You're going to get a lot of Thanksgiving coming up as well. or holidays, but I feel like they understand that. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you'd go for this pro shopper status. I'm really curious, who has it? Is it going to expand? Are they eventually going to add acceptance rate criteria to it? Right? Because Dasher Rewards has acceptance rate criteria. Uber Eats, their new preferred deliveries, mirrored Dasher Rewards. That has acceptance rate criteria. Don't do it, guys. Can we leave something that does not have the acceptance rate criteria to leave it open and free? And I feel like, here's a final point. I feel like they don't want to add acceptance rate criteria. Why? Because they are focusing on new verticals, including grocery. So at least for now, I feel like they just want you to take it. They're like, fine, go ahead, cherry pick, do whatever you want to do, have whatever acceptance rate you want. We just want Dashers to take grocery runs. We're pushing grocery runs. DoorDash just announced even more partnerships in the grocery space. That is the new vertical or the cohort that both companies are scratching out right now to try to claw back some market share, is the grocery space, getting partners, etc. But let me know what you think here. There's a lot going on. Drop a like in this video. Appreciate you watching. And I'm really curious if you're going to go for this, if you're not going to go for it, or maybe if you turned off shopping, would you turn it on after this?